Welcome back.
Welcome back.
This your boy LG.
This your boy 𝕋𝕙𝕒𝕟𝕜, man. You know how we rock it.
And we got our close over there. Stacey, how you doing tonight?
I'm doing great.
Stacey.
Hello, everyone. Thank you for coming back for another episode of Waves of Wisdom.
Let's get it cracking.
Today's theme is peace or passivity. And what I mean by passivity is, are they just non-confrontational and detached, or are they actually bringing you peace? And we're talking about anybody, relationships, whether it be significant others, people at work, friends.
Right.
The wave of wisdom is, don't mistake real purpose with false peace. So you always want to make sure people that are in your circle, at least, are there giving you real purpose, right? You don't want to be hanging around with false peace. And that brings us to our first question, is basically, what is your definition of false peace in a relationship? For me, it's just basically kind of like fake happy or phony. What do you guys think that false peace means?
Me, that false glow up. You know what I'm saying? People say they got it, they don't got it. For real, dude. I see that like so many times. Like, bro, if you don't got it, bro, stop acting like it's cool, bro. Everybody trying to make it, but don't act like you got it. You don't got it.
Or,
you know what I'm saying?
Some people fake it till they make it.
Nah, bro, that ain't life though. Because you gonna get in the jam, and then people gonna think you got it. And then you don't got it, and you tell them that, bro, I don't really got it. But they say, bro, what you mean, bro? You stunning right here. How you talking about you don't got it? Yeah, see, that's what I'm saying. Be true to yourself, bro.
Nah, I'm all about that.
What you talking about?
Being true to yourself.
Oh, okay. I thought you was going to flip the script. I was going to say, look at you, sir.
Always be true to yourself.
Yeah,
that's a code I live by.
Okay, so your false peace is kind of like you're not being true to yourself. You're kind of having false peace within your own.
Yes.
Okay. All right. I never really thought of it that way. That's a good perspective.
Yeah, that's cold.
Yeah,
I like that.
Yeah,
See,
I like that. Yeah, you do think outside the box, because sometimes you be saying some stuff and I'm just lost.
No, you have to think inside the box, bro. You know what I'm saying?
False peace to me is.
I think that's how you think inside.
Inside, you think inside the box?
Yeah, I think outside the box.
Okay. I was about to go somewhere with that, but let me stick to the script. False peace to me, I think I'm kind of going to agree with you, Stacey. I just think is you think you got peace, or you trying to hold peace, but it's really eating you up inside. So it's kind of like you trying to put on a show to weather the storm, but it's really hurting you. So
fake facade.
Yes, I think false peace just does damage to you internally.
Right. I'm thinking like, maybe you and somebody had a little fallout or a little beef, and then you guys made up, but then there's that one person that you made up, but they still holding things against you. They still have resentment. It's fake.
Right.
You know what I mean? So they ain't really forgive you.
Yeah.
But they're probably in a situation or a position where it's like they can't really outwardly be mad at you because they would look like the bad person. Or they don't really actually have a real good reason to still be mad.
Right.
So they kind of have to.
They holding that grudge. Yeah.
Leave it alone, man. Be free yourself from that.
And no one wants friends like that. Like, to be honest, I'd rather you just leave me alone.
Yeah.
Like.
Or just tell me what's up.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Just be like, bro, your eyes red, bro. You know what I'm saying? And let me have a understand, bro. I salute you on that. You know what I'm saying? Because that's real. I'm not with that phony facadeness, bro.
Because then that breeds like backstabbing and like
set up traps.
Yeah.
Does that depend on the person? Are y'all saying that for everybody? Like that depend if it's
everybody, bro.
If it's your friend versus a preacher or
I'm talking about family member.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's in your family member as well. You know what I'm saying? Because I got a lot of them in minds. So you know what I'm saying? It's just that's how it is, and that's not cool. Because I'd rather confront you, bro, and we deal with the situation there, then just go be on my back, or or just act like everything is good and it's not. You know what I'm saying? I don't like that, bro. You know what I'm
But
saying?
yeah, but
Some people move different though. Some people move in a way where it's just like they'd rather keep the peace because they can live with.
Nah,
you know
bro.
What I'm saying?
Nah, you
they can handle with.
Nah, those people. I don't want to be around those people, bro. No, I can't live with that, bro. If you could live with that,
You can't.
No, I'm just saying. That's how I feel like the whole world should deal with. That's why so much problems going on in this world, bro. People don't deal with their problems. You know what I'm saying?
Because those people at that point in time, like, you can no longer be trusted because you always have something in the back of your mind.
Mm-hmm.
I don't feel like your motives would always be genuine.
Right.
Like, I would always question their motives and also like how genuine they are. Like, I wouldn't trust them. Yeah. I would rather you leave me alone.
I got you.
Yeah, but I see what you're saying. Like, some people are comfortable with that. They're okay with just.
Heck nah, bro. Get away from them people.
I mean, sometimes that even happens in relationships, like husband and wives. Like, instead of arguing with that person, you're just gonna be like, you know what?
Just be quiet.
I'll just be quiet.
And they avoid each other. Bro, what kind of that's I see them, bro. That relationship, husband and wife or girlfriend and boyfriend, bro. That's a invitation to some bad things, bro. Because anything else could sleep, like, bro. If y'all is not 100, anything else could seep through, bro. Like a snake, bro.
Yeah. So you
believe... cracks, bro. That's cracks, bro. Your armor is not strong. When your armor is not strong, what? Bro, infiltrate, bro. People go infiltrate that, bro. You don't matter. Another nigga, people offer you something, you're going to gravitate to that. It's like, bro, you can't be trusted. As she said, you can't be trusted. At that point, you can't be trusted, bro.
So what about the mantra? How does it go? Happy life,
wife, happy wife, happy life.
Yeah. Man, so, happy husband, happy life.
No, it's happy house, happy spouse. That's why I go.
Yeah, I would agree with that one. I like that one. Yeah. Happy.
I never heard that one before.
Yeah.
Happy house, happy
I heard that stupid wife one.
Yeah. But I'm saying, to that point, when everybody be saying that, does that go along with false peace? When people say that, does that mean like, hey, the man should always kind of like bite the bullet or choose your battles? That kind of like
I think that.
What does that mean to y'all?
So the happy wife, happy life. Yeah. If that works for you in your relationship, then fine. But if the husband is grudgefully doing whatever the wife says, then that does not help the situation. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like, so if it works for you guys, like, sometimes a lot of men, I feel like I don't want to say that they don't care, but they just
nonchalant.
They're kind of nonchalant. It's like, whatever they want is fine. As long as they're happy, I'm happy. So if they're that type of guy, where it's like, you know what, I don't really.
Booty guy. Them guys to get fired, bro. Them guys need to just get off the job.
No, some people are just like, for me, I think kind of like that person. I'm not really. I don't care either way. Whatever you want to do, I kind of go with the flow, as long as it's within reasonable expectations and limits. Some people just kind of are okay with going with the flow. Yeah. So if you have a husband that's like that, then that's perfectly fine. But if your husband is like angry and bitter, the fact that they always have to make you, do all of the picking for everything or making out all the choices for everything, then no, you got to do what, to each his own, right?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. For
sure. What do you guys think?
Me. Happy wife, happy life. I think this is just a facade that someone just made up.
Well, of course, somebody just made it up.
But people run with it and think it's supposed to be that way anyway. You know how society is. Yeah. And it's a lie. It's a bunch of crap, bunch of bull crap, and I feel like they should stop that.
I do agree with the happy spouse, happy house. Because that's fair.
That's on fair.
And everybody is different.
Right. Are you gonna cut me off?
I'm sorry.
I'll wait. You know what I'm saying? I'll wait until you
I'm sorry.
Slice me in my face. But as I was saying, going back to kind of remember what I was saying is that I don't remember what I was saying. Just go to the next question. Real,
I'm sorry, I did cut you off. So, okay, the next question is, do you guys feel like there's some relationships where false peace is okay? Like, you want to walk around being phony or, or you know.
I mean, I think it happens. Is it okay? No. But I mean, it happens.
So there's no relationships you guys think where false peace is okay?
No.
I have one.
You know a relationship?
Yeah.
Where?
At work, a coworker.
For real?
Yes, for real. Because I'm not here to make friends.
Right.
I'm here to do a job.
Right.
And I have to do it professionally. And I have to be cordial. So I might not like you, but
Right.
I have to get my work done. And I might have to work with you. And I can't be mean or rude or disrespectful.
Yeah.
So I'm okay with being not really happy, but
Right.
like just phony. Just, hi, how are you? Just, like we're not going to be all friendly and talk about personal life. But we're going to talk about what needs to get done. Like
Right.
for me, like when I was in the hospital working and I had to take care of patients.
Right.
I might have some coworkers that I don't necessarily get along with.
Mm-hmm.
But if helping that person
Right.
helps the patient, then
Right.
that's what I'm going to do. Because my end goal is to make sure that patient is okay.
Yeah.
I don't care whether or not really I'm helping you or not. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean, I see what you're saying. I think that's temporary, right? Like you coming from a standpoint of, at the end of the day, they don't affect your life at home. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So
This is not a personal relationship.
Yeah, I can see where you're coming from, but I think it's temporary because y'all are coworkers now, right? So that false peace is acceptable.
Right.
But what if they get promoted and they're your boss, or you get promoted and you're their boss? Like, you're not going to tolerate the stuff they do. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I'm still going to keep it business, right? So I'm not going to be spiteful, and I hope they wouldn't be spiteful just because we don't get along on a personal level. We're gonna
be spiteful.
We're gonna go by the book.
That's just it.
And do things. I'm just saying that that's what needs to be done. It's okay in that situation,
Right?
Because there's lots of people that don't like their boss.
Yeah, for sure.
There's lots of people that don't like their employees, but I feel like a lot of times that those relationships are false peace.
But you don't feel that burden? Do you come home like, man, this girl or guy just pissed me off?
Yes.
I couldn't say what I wanted to say.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
So
Yes,
to the original point, like, it's not okay because like you're taking on that stress. You know what I'm saying? Like you probably can handle it well.
No, yes,
But
stress.
Okay, I see what you're saying. It's not.
That stress.
It's not okay
It
to the
is.
point where like it's detrimental to your health.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
But my thing was it's okay as in it's like it's I don't want to say acceptable, but it's tolerable.
Right.
That's what I was thinking.
I don't know, bro. I'm different, bro.
Well, Nate, you are argumentative no matter
ain't no
what.
argumentative nothing. So, bro, why you even going there, bro?
Because
know what I'm saying? Because nothing,
everybody
bro.
that knows Nate knows that
no,
he has,
everybody don't know nothing.
No,
know what I'm saying?
know.
Stop it, bro.
All right, so I asked a question so Nate can
Yeah, let me.
ask a
go ahead.
Let me speak, bro. I never speak to, bro. Let me speak, bro.
Go ahead.
Ask the question.
I'm
Ask the
saying,
question.
no. I remember the question.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna do none of that. I ain't gonna go sugarcoat nothing. You know, that being your friendly coworker at your job and stuff. No, bro. If you do something that's like I don't like, I'm gonna step to you, straight up. You know what I'm saying? And then it's like we could work it out and have boundaries.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? After that, or just cut it. But it's gonna happen anywhere, bro. At job, on site, bro. I don't care. It's not because I work and I want to get it. We have to do it cordial. No, none of that.
Okay.
I'm not with none of that, bro.
But what if you talk it out and you hash it out, and the other person just they agree, or you've come to a mutual understanding, but they still have resentment towards you. You can't. But
do I know that still?
Sometimes you can sense it. Yes.
Okay, so and then we're gonna talk again.
So you're just gonna keep talking until that person.
It was resolved because I want to know like what's the problem, and we gonna get to the bottom of this.
And what if they just flat out say like, look, bro, I don't like you, I never will.
Okay, then we can live with that, and then we just You know what I'm saying? We could work.
You know how to move.
Yeah, you know how to move, bro.
Right,
You
but then
over there.
you
I don't
still
have
to work with that person.
No, I don't have to work with that person because I'm not working with that person. That person never. Nah, they don't see me or I don't see them. That's it. You know what I'm saying?
But what if you have a job, like for me, for my job?
Yeah.
Like, I have to work with some people in order for the patients to
I'll
get taken
quit.
care of.
Right.
You would quit?
Yeah. No. I'll quit or I get transferred or she get transferred. I'll let. You know what I'm saying? The higher up be like, okay, if we on a team, we supposed to do something together,
Yeah.
and she ain't cooperating, bro. I'm gonna go to the high up and be like, bro, this is the situation. You know what I'm saying?
So you would rather quit than just be cordial?
No, she don't want to be cordial, or he don't want to be cordial. No, I'm trying to be cordial. That's why I talked. That's why I came together to talk it out. How we going?
Right.
But
just
you can
do
be,
this the right
people
way.
can be cordial and still
What?
like not care for you.
It's fine. We
Then
can work
that
together.
would be false peace.
But do I know that?
Goes back to what I said. I said yes. Sometimes you can sense that.
Yeah, sense that, but it's like that's like, you know, you gotta be like full blown in your face. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I think. What if you benefit from false peace though? You know, like what if you benefit from somebody not truly being honest with you, but you benefit from a standpoint of like they make your job easier, or they allow you to get to the bread. You know what I'm saying? Like you benefit off it. Do you still think like, hey, it's working? If it ain't broke, don't fix it. You know what I'm saying? Or would you you still want to? Hey, let me approach you.
No. It's you know, I could go for what you're saying.
Yeah.
If we could let it work and we working with a flow like a good flow, yeah,
Right.
it could work because it's no tension that's going no interrupt me or no the situation.
Do you still feel like you got to hash it out with them to figure out like to get to the root cause?
No, if it's not being like detrimental to me or maybe feel some type of way, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Every day, I could just go for it and we could get the job done.
Right. Okay.
Because that's basically, you know, the agree to disagree thing.
Yeah.
You know? So that's what I'm saying. There are some relationships where false peace could actually work out. Not very many, but I do believe there's a few.
Yeah, I still don't think it's okay.
No, it's not okay.
I still don't think it's okay.
I agree.
But yeah, I think it's a lot of relationships that, you know.
Yeah, it's never okay.
One person has false peace.
Or you can do it for temporary, bro. Like,
Yeah.
are you going to stay there for the rest of your life?
Right.
Okay, it's going to be a problem. Or if you're trying to just get some bread up and then you're going to open your own thing and you're going to do your own thing, it's fine, bro. You know what I'm saying? Because you have an alternative to be like, bro, this ain't no, this is just temporary. Then I'm gone. Like, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. We could do it like that too.
Yeah, I agree. But I do agree with what you said earlier about whether it's hindering your health.
Yeah.
If it's to that extent, then it's never okay. I mean, it's never okay on a whole, but when it's that far gone, like something needs to be done to resolve.
But not even your health. It's taking up space
in your brain.
In your
Free
brain,
rent, bro.
But that's your health. That's your mental health.
Mental, yeah.
Mental health, spiritual health, emotional health, physical health, lots of different health.
That's free rent in your brain. So I like that.
Yeah. So, okay, well, that kind of brings us to the next question. What are some dangers of false peace in a relationship? I know we just kind of talk about, your health and how it can be detrimental to your health.
Right.
But what about specifically with a significant other?
Yeah.
I feel like that could bring a lot of emotional stress, like emotional disconnect.
Yeah, or trauma, bro. Like she could damage herself. She could feel like you doing something. You know what I'm saying? Like to a point that she goes. Some girls suicide. I see girls cutting themselves because of that. On site, I see that happen because those I don't want to say, but I seen that happen because she had enough and. She was in the room just cutting cutting herself. Like people do cut themselves. You know what I'm saying? Cutting their wrists and all that. So when it gets so far, it could be damaging. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
or even in a marriage, it could just stunt your growth. Like you guys are just no longer growing together. You're just kind of growing apart.
Right. Yeah. One more thing too. As you say that too, bro. You know who's suffering? the child. If you have a child, bro,
Yeah.
that's a child that's suffering. Not y'all be cool with y'all little vibe out and not talking, but who's suffering, bro? The kid.
Right.
He's not getting that. You know what I'm saying? That 2 and 2.
Because
That you know what
they
I'm saying?
pick up on
and they and they hearing that
energy.
and they said, bro, you know what I'm saying? And now what you raising? You raising him to become like that,
Right.
or better? You know what I'm saying?
I agree.
So,
I agree.
It erodes trust, like I had said earlier. Like, you just no longer trust that person.
Yeah.
And if it's a significant other and you can't trust that person,
Right.
that's very detrimental because they have a lot of access to you. They know your ins and outs, your personal information.
Yeah.
Right? So that could be very detrimental.
So is there I'm not saying we all biased, but is there any pros to this?
In like a marriage or like a
In a relationship with a significant other, is there any pros?
Yes. It is a pro.
to having false peace in a relationship?
Yeah.
No, like, okay, it is because
Is there any benefit to it?
Yeah, I have a benefit.
What is it?
Because sometimes we get lackadaisical, and when certain things happen, you're in P's and Q's. You know what I'm saying? You're more alert in like things you need to do, or you're trying to make things better, or you're trying to do things better. So it's amped up the relationship to be a better relationship because you start doing things you was not doing before. You know what I'm saying?
Kinda.
So I'm a little lost. Let me try to see if I can understand
Come
you.
on, bro. You ain't lost.
No, I am. Do you understand him?
Well, I'm
LJ?
just saying, like, just expound a little bit more so I can.
Okay, so I'm saying like, you're saying it could be beneficial. You know what I'm saying, in the relationship.
Right.
I said yes, because sometimes the relationship is stagnant and they're not getting along with each other, right?
Right.
Because of certain things going on in the relationship that need to be fixed, right?
Right.
And then now that this situation going on now, so it let that person like evaluate themselves, like, okay, what's the problem? And
I got you.
Oh, yeah, I see what you're saying.
Certain things just,
So-
you know what I'm saying, just certain things come back, like, oh, no,
Right.
probably that. Make that person, okay, step up now. Be like,
Yeah.
I used to not do this, but now I'm gonna do this.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Just it even improve that other person. You know what I'm saying? So yeah.
Sometimes we gotta let my boy cook.
Come on, bro. I want you to come on, bro. Come on, bro. No, you have to listen, bro. I'm speaking that. You know what I'm
Sometimes just
saying?
expound
Nah,
a
bro.
little bit more.
You have to listen, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Expound, you know
I
what
don't
I'm
have to go
saying?
that deep though.
We listen and sometimes we don't catch it on the first
Nah,
hook.
bro. You
know?
no, bro.
But I get what you're saying
nah.
now. Basically, saying like, say, you have guys been in an argument about something, and then that false peace kicks in, where somebody kind of just give you the silent treatment type thing, where it's just like, I'm just gonna kind of just be disconnected from you and just kind of go with the flow, not really pay you any attention, and then that makes the other person think like, oh dang, like what is it that I got to work on to get this back on track?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
I would agree.
Yeah,
I would
the
agree.
reason I asked that because I feel like it's natural. Like I feel like it's ups and downs in relationships, friendships, relationships. So sooner or later somebody has that sense of false peace, and I think that you hit it the head on the nail. Is like when you having that false peace, like if you're aware enough to evaluate yourself, and that can be the pro out of that because it doesn't mean you're weak. It doesn't mean that that you're not confident, but it allows you to evaluate yourself.
Yeah.
So that's why I was gonna go with. That's why I asked. But you hit it. You got it. So.
Broski.
And I don't think false peace is good in any type of like marriage or significant other, because you need to talk. Like people need to be able to communicate and tell the other person what they like, what they don't like. No one wants to be walking on eggshells in their own house.
No,
you know what
for
I mean?
sure.
Like nobody wants to. It's like you're holding secrets almost again from yourself, because you're supposed to be one, right? So you need to be able to be open with that person and communicate well, for you guys to have a healthy relationship. Yeah. Do you guys think there's any ways to prevent false peace?
Yeah. I feel like before it get to that, before it get to like, a level that you're not supposed to get to, I feel like if y'all have like a disagreement or something, we just come together and talk about it. Just
Right.
cut it like this, snip it in the
Right.
butt before it escalates. I feel like when it escalates, that's when the tension and everything start getting bad. But if we recognize that we did something or we going somewhere and something happened, we just we point it out and be like my bad, bro.
Right.
I'm saying, I did this and it's just smooth it out right there before you just keep it up and hold it up in your and don't say nothing and then it just prolong. So I feel like if you attack it in the at the head, it won't spread.
What about you, LG?
I'm gonna go a different route. So to answer your question, is there ways to prevent it? I'm gonna say I agree with Nate. It's just communication. That's the key. But I'm also gonna say on the other end is I'm gonna say no because I think it's natural. I think it's natural because everybody has a season. You know what I'm saying? So if somebody is winning and say like, hey, I'm doing this, I'm winning, you know what I'm saying? I'm making money for the family. You know what I'm saying? My wife might be jealous because I'm out the house, but I'm bringing money home. You know what I'm saying? So it's the false piece is that
happens.
that she's not being honest with me and let me know how she feels, and she might get a little distant. But she may understand like, hey, I'm doing this for the family, right? So I think it's natural for everybody to go through that in a relationship or a friendship.
So you feel like it's just kind of like the natural cycle of life. No matter what you do, it's gonna come up some way or another.
Yeah, because it's seasons. You know what I'm saying? So that's kind of how I feel.
Okay. Yeah, I agree with both of you. I agree with both of you.
Yeah.
Communication always a key. So even if it does come up, you can kind of nip it in the butt right away.
Yeah.
All right. You need to be able to create a safe space for honesty and for disagreements so you can understand each other. I think a way to prevent it is to check yourself. Check your own patterns. Like a lot of people always are so gung-ho about looking at the other person. Right? And nobody doesn't really do any nobody doesn't really do any self-reflection, right? It's always easier for us to point the finger at the other person. So if you can kind of self-reflect and check yourself.
Look in the mirror like Michael Jackson, bro.
And then you might be able to prevent a situation. Now you might not always be able to prevent it, but it's a way that you could.
You point the finger, you got 3 fingers pointing back at you. So.
Yeah. So back to the wave of wisdom, it is don't mistake real purpose for false peace, right? Basically, to foster healthy love, growth, purpose, you have to be real with one another. Otherwise, you may be in for a disaster of your lifetime, right? So we always want to make sure the people are closest to us are bringing real purpose to our lives in one way or another, and not just being some type of like phony friend. Or phony tag along.
Right. Yeah.
Right? So we got 2 goofy questions for tonight. One is just kind of the topic that's kind of circulating, that's kind of hot right now, and then one is our typical regular question. So the first one is just our regular goofy question. If fake peace could be a food, which food would it be and why? So mine was plain rice cakes.
Right.
Yeah, because you know what, like say you're on a diet and you want a snack. And a snack, they're always like, man, a snack, it's just the word snack just sounds good.
Yeah.
And then you go and you have in cabinets and you have your snacks and you have just some plain rice cakes. Like it's a snack, but it's just empty air.
There's no substance.
It's no substance. It's just,
no body.
So if
fake ate them bad boys today.
For real?
Just going through them bad boys.
Yeah, because there's no substance there.
Yeah.
And I feel like that's what fake peace is. It's just like it's a friendship or a relationship that's just there. It's just empty.
Okay.
What do you guys think?
Food.
Yeah, food.
I'm gonna say a bag of popcorn. Cause I mean it's probably along the lines of yours, but a bag of popcorn just like It look good. It's
Nah,
healthy
heck
and
no, you
whatnot.
tweaking. It depends on what type of popcorn.
Nate loves popcorn, so he's gonna disagree with you.
What type of popcorn though, bro? You got plain popcorn with no salt, none of that, or you have the one you pop on the stove, and you have the grits, the gates or
Garrett's.
Look at
no, and you have, bro. Stop playing around with popcorn, bro. Like, bro, say what type of popcorn you talking about, bro?
A bag of popcorn.
What bag of popcorn, bro? What, bro? It's many different popcorns out there, bro. You can't say that,
Let
bro.
him finish, bro.
Okay, what bag of popcorn? Name a bag of popcorn.
I'm talking about
name a bag of popcorn you buy.
You mix them with
We talking about bags of popcorn.
Yes, bags of popcorn.
Okay,
yeah,
bag of popcorn.
They have the grits one with the corn.
Garrett's. You're talking about Garrett's.
He called it what?
He called it grits.
You don't even know. You know what you talking about.
Bro, listen, bro. I'm talking about the caramel and the
cheese.
And the cheese together.
Okay.
Come on, bro. Stop playing around, bro. Talking about they got substance inside of it.
Okay, so you eating both together? Or you eating one by one?
Both together, they come together, mix.
Yeah. So the bag of popcorn, it tastes good, right? Mm-hmm. But then it's gonna hurt you in the end because it's leaving all them kernels, and you gotta pick your teeth, and it's bad for your teeth. So you think it's good, you eating good, but I bet you don't eat the bag of popcorn 2 days in a row.
I do. What you talking about?
He loves popcorn. So for you, that's not that's
I don't know what
that's not good. But that's his answer, and he's entitled to have his own opinion, his own.
Wrong.
So okay, let's come with your food because you didn't have one.
I'm trying to find one, bro. Because cornbread.
Oh, you tripping now?
Cornbread, bro.
Why?
You know what I'm saying? It's like you eating that. It's like you eating like a like it's
You eating the wrong cornbread.
No,
Yeah,
cornbread it's just nasty, bro.
What cornbread you eating?
Bro, cornbread, bro. What you mean? What type of cornbread?
is sweet.
Cornbread is nasty, bro.
Cornbread is sweet. They got the honey, or you can put
cornbread.
Some people put the corn in green peppers in their
Cornbread is nasty, bro. That's not for me. That's probably an American thing, bro. That's not.
Cornbread is good, but some can be dry. And
like eating cotton.
You just gotta get the right one.
Cotton, bro. You need water, like.
You just look at Popeye's biscuits. Them is the driest things I've ever tasted, but they're good.
And cornbreads ain't the same.
No, I know, but I'm just saying, like.
Yeah,
I'm just saying that he said the cornbread was dry, so this doesn't mean it's not good, but that's not true because Popeye's biscuits is good, but they're dry.
Cornbread.
All right, so you guys can agree to disagree on those two topics. For our listeners and our viewers, write in the chat if fake peace could be a food, what food would it be and why? I was also gonna say tofu.
Oh yeah, I don't mess with that.
Because what is it? It's just, and it doesn't even taste like anything. It tastes like whatever dish it's, the sauce or seasoning or whatever it is.
Man, run the other question, bro.
You don't like this question?
I don't know what that
Okay.
is. Okay.
So the other question that's kind of circling around is who would win? A gorilla, just a regular silverback gorilla, or 100 men?
Yeah.
So when you say that, no, I was thinking about.
And I think there's that you can't use any no weapons.
No, your weapons. So you gotta be precise.
Yeah.
But I was thinking about King Kong when you say a gorilla. So
King Kong is not a real.
No, I was thinking about King Kong. Because it's going around, so I was thinking about King Kong. But that's a simple what's the name? That's a gorilla, a little gorilla. He's not King Kong. So 100 men would kill that.
You think so?
Yeah, 100 men. Yeah, 100 men kill it. Yeah, he will kill a couple of 100 men, but 100 men will. They so hungry. Trust me, they go all of them.
So you think 100 men will win?
Yes, 100 men will win, because some of them gonna die. Mm-hmm. Yeah, some of them gonna die. Some of them gonna die. But I feel like,
a lot of them going down.
Yeah, but I feel like by the gorilla working so hard, he gonna have to work hard because they coming at him. So the harder he work, he gonna get tired.
Boy,
That's
whole swag.
That's not yours, bro. Come on, bro.
Yeah, he took my whole swag. Okay.
No.
Hey, 100 men gonna win.
No, bro, it makes sense, bro.
I got nothing to say.
It makes sense, bro. What are you talking about, bro? It makes sense, bro. Come on, bro. I ain't stealing your stuff, bro. It makes sense, bro. It don't got logical sense, bro. Logical. Because first I thought it was King Kong now.
He just flipped the script.
No. First I thought it was King Kong. See,
you took word for word. You could have said
no, bro.
Strong man. You took
no, bro. That's it though. No, I'm trying to be put. If it was a King Kong, I would have said that, bro. Anyway, bro.
I'm just saying, I said something about endurance. You could have said something about strength, something about this, that. You took the whole swag. Okay, I got you.
No, bro.
I got you next time. We ain't gonna talk about it. We just gonna save it for the camera.
So for the viewers, so you can kind of understand what's going on right now. Yeah. This was a topic that's circulating on the internet, and we kind of had a brief discussion about it earlier. Mm-hmm. And Nate had originally said the gorilla was gonna win. LeBron said that the 100 people were gonna win.
No.
And
explain yourself, bro. You ain't explain yourself, bro. You cut it short because my initial was King Kong. Nobody gonna beat King Kong.
King Kong ain't no real gorilla.
But what you mean? That I thought it was that those type of thing people gonna say. You know, it's fake. You know what I'm saying? Because it's 100 man and 100 gorilla. So that was King Kong that was talking about. So that's why I said that. Yeah, and then now when you say all that, I was like, if that was
so to cut it short, Nate, I guess, was thinking about it throughout the episode and realized that LeBron. It makes a little bit of sense what he was saying. So I'm just gonna go with what.
Oh no! See, I didn't think that. No, it just happened that way.
It just happened.
But he initially said something prior to in that line and stuff. What I said. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Prior to.
So
you know what I'm saying?
What you think? You got gorilla? Or you got 100 men?
So when we were talking about it earlier, I had initially said the gorilla because he could pick them off 1 by 1, 2 by 2.
Yeah.
You know, and if there's no weapons involved,
he breaking that.
I mean, they use their feet too.
Yeah.
So
but
400 pounds.
Yeah.
But I'm saying though, in common sense, he working, bro. He gonna get tired, bro.
But you do know that gorillas live in the wild.
Yeah.
They have endurance.
So.
They have endurance. So.
But no, yes, endurance, but not attacking 100 men when they're attacking him. That's a different type of scenario. Bro.
I don't even feel like, you know, a punch from a human would even. It wouldn't even do anything. They would have to somehow like get to his vulnerable parts, like his eyes,
jump in
or
his
his
eyes,
private,
his eyes,
or something like that.
10 gotta hold one leg, the other 10 hold another leg. 10, then they gotta boom. Everybody gotta go for a limb, and then everybody else just
bite them, bro. You could bite them too.
But
their skin is just so thick.
Gotta know that first 40, they out of there.